This is an interesting fact. Yung wealth daw ni Warren Buffett, pag kinompute mo, 99% of it, nakuha lang niya after the age of 50. Diba? Grabe yun, no? After the age of 50. Kasi nagsimula siya at a very young age, lumalaki talaga yung pera niya. Pero dahil ngayon, retiree na siya, diba? Senior na siya, from 50 up to his age now, dito nangyari yung boost in wealth niya. Grabe, no? That is the power of compounding. So let's use the power of compounding. Ka-RFF, ako muli si Enro Mendoza ng Ramver Financials. Kamusta kayo mga ka-RFF? Hopefully, nakatulong kami sa inyong journey towards financial success. So muli, nagpapasalamat kami sa inyong suporta at sa panonood ng aming videos. For today, tatalakayin natin ang isa sa mga pinakamagaling na investor sa mundo. For sure, kilala nyo na siya. Siya ay si Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha. Bakit kaya yun yung tawag sa kanya? Kasi siya is arguably one of the most successful. He can teach us a lot about investing. Hold on, ang net worth niya ay 120 billion US dollars. Updated yun 2023, 120 billion US dollars with a B. Magkano yun in Philippine pesos? Computin lang natin 6.8 trillion pesos. With a T, 6.8 trillion pesos. So for sure, marami tayong matututunan pag tingnan natin ang journey ni Warren Buffett sa kanyang investments, di ba? Ano ang pag-iisip niya tungkol sa pera, ano ang mga advice niya for investing or going into the stock market, and baka ma-apply natin to sa ating buhay, hindi lang sa financials, di ba? So ito ay 7 tips kung paano yumaman ayon kay Warren Buffett. At sa huli, as always, meron tayong bonus tip. Okay? So dapat mag-stay ka hanggang sa huli. Simulan na natin ang video. Number 1, use the power of compounding. Ito nga ang sinasabi ni Albert Einstein na 8th wonder of the world. The power of compounding. Ano ba ang compounding? Ang compounding ay yung interest mo, kumikita rin ng interest. For example, pag tinabi mo lang yung pera mo as cash, edi dumadagdag lang to at of course natatamaan ng inflation, so nade-devalue yung cash mo. Pero let's say, pag ang pera mo nag-earn ng mga 5% or 10% per year, kunyari ang iyong 100,000 nag-earn ng 10,000, ang compounding states na yung next year na mag-grow pa siya ng 10%, kasama na yung interest mo from the previous year. And the effect of this is exponential. In a span of 5 years, 10 years, and in the case of Warren Buffett, he's been investing in around ilang decades na, mga 40 or 50 years, diba? So that's very powerful. And just to visualize this, this is an interesting fact. Yung wealth daw ni Warren Buffett, pag kinompute mo, 99% of it, nakuha lang niya after the age of 50. Diba? Grabe yun, after the age of 50. Kasi nagsimula siya at a very young age, lumalaki talaga yung pera niya. Pero dahil ngayon, retiree na siya, diba? Senior na siya, from 50 up to his age now, dito nangyari yung boost in wealth niya. Grabe, that is the power of compounding. So let's use the power of compounding. Ang advice dito ay dapat ngayon pa lang nag-i-invest na tayo. Ngayon pa lang tinitingnan natin ang ating financial health at ina-actionan natin ang ating financial future. Not just for ourselves, but for our family and other people as well. Number 2, konektado to sa tip number 1 Pero number 2, be patient. It takes time. Dapat talaga, tinitingnan natin ang investments natin as a long road. Ang sinabi nga ni Warren Buffett ay, someone is sitting in the shade today after someone planted a tree a long time ago. So isipin natin dito, pag nagtanim tayo ng isang seed, hindi naman natin aanihin or i-harvest yung tinanim natin the day after, diba? So bakit yun yung expectation natin when it comes to our investments? Dapat long-term thinking tayo. Dapat patient. Alam natin that we will reap the benefits. We will be able to harvest our future gains, diba? Naglalaan tayo sa ating investments because we have goals, diba, in the future, starting with our long-term goal. Pinaka-long-term ay ang ating retirement, or maybe we're putting aside money for our children's education. Maybe we want to have our dream home in the future, diba? So all of these are financial goals. But going back to Warren Buffett's advice, diba? Patient tayo. Dapat alam natin that things can be volatile. Syempre, there are crises here and there. It can happen once in every 10 years. Pero, tingnan mo naman yung span of the stock market. If we look at the Philippine stock market, we went through a lot, diba? We went through several crises. Yung mga recent ones is yung pandemic, syempre, and also the 07, 08 financial crisis, diba? Pero, look at the growth of the stock market over time, diba? Sobrang laki. While the market is soft, while the market is low, dapat ngayon tayo nag-i-invest. Down the road, we know that the market will recover, the market will reach an all-time high. Hindi lang natin alam kung kailan, pero of course, that will happen. We believe in the Philippine economy and all of the good signs are already there. Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, ito pa, my favorite holding period is forever. Diba? Ganun siya mag-isip eh. Kailangan talaga you're really investing for the long term. Next, ang sabi ni Warren Buffett, ito ay tip number 3. Look for value. Sabi niya, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Everyone is looking for the next big thing. Diba? That sexy thing, the sexy investment. Pag ito yung pinapag-usapan sa mainstream media, pag ito yung pinapag-usapan sa Reddit or sa mga Facebook groups, ito na yung titingnan ng mga tao. Hindi. Dapat tingnan natin yung fundamentals. Sinasabi ni Warren Buffett that value is really created in the well-managed companies. You really need to look for the companies na have a good brand, may brand recognition, di ba? People like to use their products and services, and you know that they're well-managed, so they stand the test of time. So for Warren Buffett, anong mga examples ng companies like this? We all know he invested in Berkshire Hathaway. He's a big investor of Apple, di ba? When it was still in its early stages before its value now, di ba? Right now, Apple is the most valuable company in the world. User rin siya ng Apple. He's also a big investor in Heinz and Chevron. So let's learn from Warren Buffett. We need to look for the value in the companies. Not because the price is high now, but because value is maybe it's undervalued now. So now is the time to invest in these companies. Tip number 4, don't follow the crowd. Diba? Huwag mong sundan kung ano yung hype. Ano ba yung mga meme stocks? Ano ba yung 10-bagger, 20-bagger, 100-bagger, diba? People are looking for the next big thing. While that works for other people, it's also very risky. Pwedeng masunog ka, diba? Pwedeng mawala lahat ng pera mo if you invest this way. For Warren Buffett, he's really known for value investing. Ito, very famous quote from Warren Buffett nga, diba? Sabi niya, a simple rule dictates my buying. Be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Pag pinapag-usapan na, when everyone is invested in this stock, medyo matakot ka na, baka nahuli ka na, baka nasa peak na to or malapit na to sa peak. Diba? Kasi, ibig sabihin, overvalued na itong stock na to, overhyped na. So, again, going back to the previous tip rin, medyo let's look for the undervalued companies, the undervalued stocks. Ito yung value investing. Diba? So, if we look at the Philippine market now, look at the stocks, diba? Parang no one's buying, the market's a bit soft. Pero tingnan natin kung sino yung mga bumibili ng mga stocks ngayon. This would be the prominent families buying back their own stocks, diba? Because they know that they run the companies well, they know that they stand the test of time, they will be here for decades to come, and alam nila that the value will be there. Tip number 5, you need to develop your own strategy. Dapat may game plan ka rin. Right now, there's a lot of clamor, there's a lot of bandwagon effect for the meme stocks, then yung mga 10-bagger, 20-bagger. Ito yung strategy ng iba. O ano yung sayo? Ano yung strategy mo? Kay Warren Buffett, it's value investing. Pero ano yung sayo? You should have your own strategy and you need to stick to it. Sabi nga nila, sabi ni Boss Rex, diba? Money is not technical. It's behavioral. Diba? So you need to develop your own game plan and stick to it. If you have a game plan nga, pero pag nakita mo, uy, baka ito 10-bagger na to, tapos papalitan mo yung strategy mo. You shouldn't do that. You should develop your own strategy because you know yourself. You know your risk profile. You know if you're aggressive, moderate, or conservative. Or if you don't know yet, we have a risk profiler in the Ramper website. Click this link down below in the description box though, so that you also know what type of investor you are. Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, di ba? Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing, di ba? So kailangan talaga may game plan ka. Hindi pwedeng sunod ka lang sa iba. There's always risk. We're always exposed to risk. The best way is to manage it, control it, and be prepared. Tip number 6, invest in the companies you love. Di ba? This is another strategy for investing. It's not just maybe companies with the good fundamentals or the ones with the best brand recognition that can stand the test of time. Pero another way of looking at it is, ano ba yung mga brands na gusto mo? For Warren Buffett, ito yung mga See's Candy. Diba mahilig siya sa chocolate, sa candy. So he bought into See's Candy. He bought into Gillette. For sure, user rin siya ng Gillette. And he's one of the biggest owners of Coke. Lagi itong umiinom ng Diet Coke. Halos everyday daw. So syempre, since may following yung Coke, people buy Coke products, then he knows that it is a good company to invest in. So tingnan natin naman in our setting, in the Philippine economy, ano ba yung mga brands na love mo? One brand comes to mind, di ba? Jollibee. Di ba? How many times a month or how many times a week do you go to Jollibee or buy Jollibee? Yung iba dyan, nagpapadeliver pa nga eh. So, isn't buying into the Jollibee stock or a mutual fund that buys into Jollibee a good investment for you? It's a good investment for those who love Jollibee. Diba? Ako personally, love na love ko yung Jollibee, diba? Spicy Chicken Joy with palabok. Favorite ko yan. We like going to the mall, diba? Why not buy into Ayala Land stocks? Kasi love na love natin ang Ayala Malls. Ako, dito ako sa Makati, I love Greenbelt. I love Glorieta. Diba? All of these places, I really love going with my family during the weekends. Nandun lahat ng luxury brands, diba? Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Ngayon may Off-White na rin sa Greenbelt, diba? Kita nyo, before, lupa lang yung Nuvali. Ngayon, sobrang dami ng commercial malls and even residential. So what else? Are you a user of Globe? Diba? Syempre, during the pandemic, we all use the internet. We all use mobile data. So Globe is such a good stock to invest in because we all know that we all use Globe. We all need to use the internet. Lahat tayo, we all use electricity. So look at these. Let's look at all of the brands that you love and why not invest in these brands. Our 7th tip is enjoy the process. Diba? Sabi ni Warren Buffett, kailangan i-enjoy mo rin to. There's a bit of sacrifice. Of course, we need to also enjoy it so that we can go through it. Maybe celebrate the small wins, celebrating with our friends and family for like birthdays, diba? Or kung na-promote ka. But it shouldn't take away from the fact na, syempre, there are certain sacrifices when it comes to investing. And we're all investing to achieve our financial goals, diba? Sabi ni Warren Buffett, enjoy the process more than the proceeds. This should be the fun part. You're not doing this to earn more money. You're doing this for your financial goals. So since you stayed until the end, meron tayong bonus tip, okay? You have to have a rich mindset. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. We need to know and really believe, be hardwired na kaya natin. Kung kaya ni Warren Buffett, kaya rin natin. We have the capacity, we have the God-given talents, and we have the opportunities to really achieve all our financial goals. Diba? And I think this is the big thing that allowed Warren Buffett to start early. It's not necessarily you chasing the money, but you believing that you have the capability to achieve everything that you want to achieve. So, may natutunan ka ba from this video? Hopefully, nandito ka pa rin until the end. Please like this video. Nakatulong to sa Ramver Financials and our mission of helping people achieve financial dreams. So, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Ngayon, may goal tayo of 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you share this with a friend, if you share this with your family, with your relatives, share it with as much people as possible, marireach natin ang goal natin of 200,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. Okay? So yun lang po from me today. Again, my name po is Enro Mendoza from Ramver Financials, helping you achieve your financial goals and dreams. Thank you, mga ka-RFF. Cheers!